Hey everybody, I'm AV Obsessed, and if you're watching this video on my channel, that means that you probably are too. And today I am just doing a quick unboxing video. I haven't had time to do anything else this week of the Eversolo DMP-A8. Kind of the middle child in the Eversolo streamer lineup. It seems like everyone covers the, on the high-end channels, they cover the DMP-A10, which is $4 grand. And then some of the other channels seem to have covered the A6 and the A6 Master Edition, but I haven't seen as much attention paid to the A8. So that is where I decided I'm gonna settle. So firstly, the first box is just a plain brown box. It doesn't have really much going on other than it says Eversolo on the top. But it looks like inside there is going to be a nicer looking actual like retail box. So, oh, but it's not taped shut. Interesting. I guess Eversolo is gonna let you decide if you're the retailer whether or not you want to tape up the the retail box. So let's get that one out of the way. Still pretty much just a plain black box now. It's got some info right there. It says Eversolo on the top. So let's see. Ooh, how do you open this? It's not opening the way that I was expecting it to. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, one of the reasons that I settled on this, like for a little while I was actually kind of thinking about the DMP-A10, but then I noticed the DMP-A10 doesn't have I2S output. And that is, from what I understand, pretty much the best output for digital audio is the I2S connection. So it's like right on the top here you get some user's manual type stuff. You know, it's weird. This kind of smells like charcoal. Like this, I don't know if it must be the whatever they're using to make this box black, but everything smells kind of like charcoal right now. So get that out of the way, and then it looks like the remote is right in the top here. So let's get this out. I always find it kind of funny when something like this that is like fully app controlled also includes a remote. Not really a bad thing, but it just seems kind of excessive. So I'll let you get a good look at the remote there. Doesn't feel like anything particularly high-end, but it doesn't feel super cheap either. Kind of reminds me of like a Roku remote. No batteries in there. Let's see here. Nice, soft, squishy foam. And then it's the player itself that comes in its own little nice cloth bag. I'm gonna get this out and set it aside for right now because I want to do the accessories first. Whatever accessories are actually in here. Looks like probably gonna be cables in there, and then that's about it for the packaging there. So looks like in here we've got your standard C13 3-prong North American power cable and a little screwdriver because you can take a panel off the bottom of the unit to install an M.2 SSD if you want to store local music on the device itself. So now you can get some shots of the rear I/O here. But this bag is a tight fit. The Wi-Fi antennas are pre-attached. That's kind of interesting. Those are usually a attach them yourself kind of thing. They're so tiny. It's funny. These are like little mini Wi-Fi antennas here. Get those things all pointing up. This little bag that it ships in kind of almost feels like raincoat material. It's like plastic covered, plastic coated cloth or something. So we might as well start with the back, which I actually haven't looked at the back in a little while, the images, so I'm not 100% like memorized like I usually am, but it looks like we got the balanced XLR and RCA ins and outs here, coaxial ins and outs, got HDMI ARC input, the I2S input, USB Type B for a PC, optical audio ins and outs, the Wi-Fi antennas, the C13 power connection. Let's look at the bottom. So that would probably be where that panel is for popping off the bottom panel to install the M.2 SSD. It's a nice solid aluminum chassis with heat sinks on the sides. I love heat sinks on the sides. And then on the front, the main event of the unit, got a nice big power/volume knob that is a very good feeling knob feel. And then the nice big touch screen. Like the interesting thing about these Eversolo units is it's basically, and that whole screen is essentially an Android tablet. So you can install streaming apps like directly on the unit, which is, I think, one of the reasons that these are very popular is because it's pretty much the only streamer where you can get Apple Music like natively on the unit without having to use AirPlay. A lot of people don't realize it, but AirPlay is not a lossless like streaming protocol. So if you are using AirPlay to stream to a streamer that supports AirPlay, everything is being down converted to AAC, and you are losing some quality there. If you have a unit like this, you're actually getting like full lossless Apple Music. That's not a big concern for me because I don't use Apple Music, but it's a neat feature. So I'm gonna get this thing hooked up and set up, and then I will come back with like initial impressions. All right, so we got it all set up here in the Salamander stand. One thing, I definitely just like the fact that it's a lot larger of a unit. Like the Note icon obviously didn't fill out that shelf very well, and the screen is very tiny. This one has a much bigger, more substantial screen on it, and the unit is a lot bigger as well. But most importantly, like, I am pretty sure right away listening to it for just like a little bit here, listening to a few songs, I'm pretty sure I can hear a sound quality difference right away. So yeah, like it so far, but this is just the unboxing and first impressions video. You guys will have to tune back in a few weeks for the full review, and thanks for watching.